Adrian Rivers Radio Show. Let's talk live. Let's talk. Let's talk live.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the show. Listen, do me a favor and share that we are talking about Finding Kendrick Johnson, and we have the family in here with us. Sister Tisha just walked in, and we call her Fabulous. All right, so let's get back to it. Before we went on break, we were talking about just the tipping point is what I would call it, though. Mm-hmm. The tipping point of this movement, because that is what this has become, a movement. I want to make sure I say this is not just an issue, but it's a movement, right? I remember seeing the moments of being at the courthouse. Tell us internally at home, what were the conversations that said, you know what, we got to take this to the next level? Like, what happened?
It was this group that was helping us in the beginning, and they were like, okay, y'all got to get some attention brought to Kendrick case. They're not even really paying y'all any attention. So this is how you got to do this. You got to do a silent protest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So once we decided to do the protest, we were like, okay, now y'all know it's a chance everybody gonna go to jail. So, but when it came down to it, nobody was afraid to go to jail. We didn't want to go to jail. We know we were standing up to bring awareness to what had happened to Kendrick Johnson in Valdosta, because what they had did was try to shut all the news media outlets down and try to so it'd be closed in Valdosta, and it would just be a Valdosta thing.
Mm-hmm. And did you kind of feel that though? You know, because I heard somebody literally say, I don't know if it was Lydia, I don't know if it was you, but the statement was made that we needed national attention because they were just trying to make this issue just a Valdosta issue. And so you guys decided, you know what, there has to be a turning point in this. We're going to do what we have to do. I remember Lydia telling the story of just being just standing by at first. What was it like? I saw the police officers behind you guys, and they were saying things, you know, move, we're going to arrest you, or move. And I'm not sure if there were other things that were being said. I'm sure that there were. What was that moment like as a parent standing up for your son?
We were as a mother, it hurts to have to stand up to go to jail for something that should have been already just. But to stand up, I'm okay. We were okay with it.
Yeah. And I saw that y'all, you know, you guys were unmovable, you know, and so they, after a while, they broke you guys up. And one of the funny moments of this documentary was your sister, Lydia. And, you know, she was like, I don't know what was getting ready to go on, but all I know, it's about to go down.
It's about to go down. I had to go. I couldn't stand down no more. I had to go up there.
You had to go up there. And then I saw that you guys proceeded. Going to jail. Let's talk about that. Going to jail when someone else should have been in jail. That's what I thought about. Bro.
Yeah.
I thought about what it would be like to be going to jail, or, you know, being arrested because you want someone else to be arrested.
Right.
And I think that was exposed. Was that something you guys wanted to intentionally expose when you guys made the documentary? You wanted people to know that we had to go through these measures in order for our voices to be heard.
Yes, that was the main thing about it.
Yeah.
Getting awareness about what happened to my son at school.
And what happened after that?
When we went to jail?
Yeah.
Well, I got out that night. I mean, they took us all to jail.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a little side conversation going on. Listen, move the mic. Who want to say something? Who want to say something? Come on, Lydia.
So, the night that we all went to jail, Jackie did get out because she had to go take her grandson, to the hospital for a procedure, and it was me, my sister Tisha, my sister Stacy, and our other sister Keisha and Mike. Some of us had never been to jail. Some of us were experienced. But
you weren't.
Keisha wasn't experienced, so we had to kind of talk her through what was gonna happen next or whatnot. But we were. They cleared out a whole dorm for us. They cleared out a whole dorm, and it was just 5 girls in one, and then they put Mike in a dorm, so he was in a whole dorm with like 5 or 6 cells. No, not like 20 cells. He was in there by himself. So they separated all of us, and they told the inmates, because that next morning when we got up, the next morning they passed us a letter and said that if they spoke to us or talked to us about anything, that those inmates would lose their TV privileges or their phone privileges and things like that. So it was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little scared at first because of how they did us, how they separated us, and how they had us by ourselves. Like
there were other intentions.
Yeah, like anything could possibly happen to us and him, but we praying, folks. We trust God, so we trusted God in the beginning all the way to the end. And we got out. We like my sister say, we did what we needed to do. We had to get the attention of the nation. And instead of just getting the attention of the nation, we got the attention of the world.
Yeah. And I saw that was really kind of, the turning point. Another thing that I wanted to kind of talk about, I'm kind of like in the middle of we need some ushers. I'm in there. It's okay too. So Reggie, I wanted Reggie to come in on this as well. This also challenged racism in Valdosta, and you spoke of this early in our interview. Do you feel that racism has played a part in why you haven't gotten down to the bottom of your son, murderer, killer, not being put in jail?
Yes, racism has been the biggest issue. It's because the color of those alleged murder skin that my son haven't got justice. Because if this role was reversed and it was Kendrick that had killed somebody, he wouldn't have never left that schoolhouse.
Under the jail.
Under it.
Right. Yeah. And I saw the details and the details, and you got these different systems involved, right, Reggie? You got the police, the FBI involved, and then it switches to talk about just how I love how it exposed and how you guys told the story of not was it just in the FBI in Valdosta or in the state of Georgia, but the FBI in general has a history.
Right.
I mean, what did it feel like watching that, Reggie?
Yeah, I was not disbelief because I know how crooked the system is from the ground all the way to the top. I was more, that was a shock factor, that how long this took just to get like spotlight, or how long the processes took. That kind of took me, but like the processes, just from the very beginning, like to even allow the family to identify the body, like who, I mean, if anybody killed on the street, they're calling you to identify the body. Within 24 hours, they want somebody to identify. Just the whole process of not even letting the family identify the body was just total shock to me. And just like I said, the processes of everything kind of took me by storm and by surprise.
What did it feel like to have all these different systems that are supposed to help you seemingly fighting against you? What was that like?
Like for this city, it is nothing. I just wouldn't have never thought I would be going through this. But for this city, this is what you see every day in this city. The people in this city just close their eye to what's really going on here. Like, it's not even a fact that most people be like, I'm just minding my business. It wasn't my child. So I'm just going to continue to mind my business. This has been going on for years and years. If you want to back up to the Willie Williams case, it's just so many other cases that you don't hear about that do nothing. So many black on black, white on blacks. They talk about the black on black, but it's plenty of white on whites and white killing blacks, but you never hear about them because of the fact they want to just make it look like it's all black on black.
Yeah.
Right.
And even knowing, Jackie, even knowing that not only in your city, but all the way in Washington, that things are being shut down to help your son. Was there a moment where did it energize you more when all this stuff was going on? But was there a moment where you were just set in disbelief that even the FBI is not helping me?
It's unbelievable every day that even till now you can still try to make it look like a lie when you got all the facts, all the evidence sitting right there in front of you. Right. I mean, now I'm to the point where nothing surprises me. Nothing. I mean, you, like I told them before the documentary came out, they're gonna try to make that picture look like it was a lie. They're gonna say it was photocropped. That's the reason they went back in there and found the FBI report with the picture in there. Mm-hmm. So nothing they do surprise me now. Like, it's just been 8 long years. And when I say long years, the people don't know what my family have suffered through behind those closed doors. And Valdosta haven't stood with me. We have stood by ourselves for 8 long, hard years. When I tell you it's been hard, it's been tears. It's been battling between me and my family. But, through God, we stayed, close, because we got to fight that. We got to continue to fight. It ain't over. We still got to continue to fight, because they ain't finna go down just like that because you see it with your own eyes. It's just letting Valdosta know. Now they really see what a lot of the stuff that we were talking about is exactly true. I had seen that picture, what they put in there years ago, but they made it look like it was photoshopped then. But now to see it, because somebody sent me that same picture, but now to see it that the FBI had it in their report on their, like, it's just, like, it was so much stuff in the documentary that I couldn't believe. My mouth was just like, through the tears and through, I was just like.
Were there a sense of freedom though? Like, finally, I'm not a liar, finally. Was there a feeling of like just
relief? Some relief. Like, okay, now they can see it with their eyes. What we've been telling them, they get to see it with their own eyes. It don't have to come out my mouth. It's coming from you get to make your own opinion.
Yeah. I as I was in the next segment, we're going to talk about some of the new things you guys learned, from it, all the way from the investigator and seeing the reaction of the investigator and then what he was learning and all of that. So we're going to talk about that in just a few moments, guys. We'll be right back here. Let's Talk Live.
It's the Adrian Rivers Radio Show. Let's Talk Live.